Hello. The purpose of this video is to demonstrate how to create a page setup. Before we begin, it is assumed that you have some familiarity with AutoCAD and that you know the basics of using AutoCAD Electrical. If this is not the case, then you should stop now and first learn the basics of AutoCAD Electrical. I am using AutoCAD Electrical 2014 for this demonstration, but this procedure works the same on other versions. Page Setup Manager is the tool you use to create layout or paper space configurations tailored to specific printers and borders. Page setup configurations are also used when plotting or publishing in the background. How this works is covered in a different tutorial. It is a best practice to create a local default drawing to create and store page setups in for import into new drawings. Launching the Page Setup Manager is done by either entering Page Setup at the command line or by selecting the Layout tab you want to create a setup for and right-clicking the mouse and then selecting Page Setup Manager from the menu. Page Setup Manager can also be accessed from the File menu. Note, Page Setup only affects the active tab unless the page setup is the default in other tabs. Then you will be prompted to make the page setup the same in the other tabs where it is used. The Page Setup Manager dialog box will open and list any existing page setups in the current active drawing. You can scroll through the existing page setups to see if the page setup you want exists and modify it or select Set Current. We will select Modify. A dialog box will open with the selected page setup parameters. Make the changes you need, like printer, page size, pen table, or offsets. Then select Preview. It is a good idea to preview the drawing before saving and exiting the Page Setup dialog box. It may not look the way you expect, and this will allow you to make any adjustments you need. If you are happy with the preview, close it and select OK. Then select Close and you are done. If, however, the page setup you are looking for is not present in the list, then select New to create the page setup you need. Enter a brief but descriptive name for the new page setup you are creating. In this case, I am going to enter New Customer-PDF. I will make any changes I need for the page setup I am creating. Do not forget to preview before saving and exiting. If the preview is how you want it, select Close and then select OK to save and exit the Page Setup dialog box. Select the page setup you just created and then select Set Current. Note the current page setup will be enclosed in asterisks and parentheses. You can now select Close and you are done. If you have an existing drawing with a page setup you want to use in this drawing, select the Import button. The Windows File dialog box will open so you can find and select the drawing with the page setup you want to import. Once found, highlight the file and select Open. The Import Page Setups dialog box will open. You will see a list of page setups that you can import. You can select multiple setups to import if you wish. Select the page setup you want to import and then select OK. The Page Setup Manager dialog box for the current layout will now contain the imported setups in the list. You have now created, modified, or imported a page setup and have set it as the default for this Layout tab. Now select the plot icon to see that the new page setup is listed and ready for use. To see a list of all available page setups for this drawing, Select the drop-down arrow on the name button at the top. You can scroll through the list of page setups and select the one you want to use at this time. Select Cancel to close the Plot dialog box. This concludes this tutorial.